What is up, everybody? It's your boy TP3 Bets. I'm back here live once again for another day. As we go over tonight, guys, we got the NBA play-in, man. We got NBA play-in tomorrow. We got MLB. I'm trying to start doing these videos for y'all every single day where I come on here and make for y'all long-form videos. Let me make sure, shit, I just muted myself. Let me make sure it's using the right mic here real quick, and then we'll be good to get things popped off. All right, I think it's using the correct microphone for me here. So we'll see, guys. I'm trying to get these YouTube live streams going once again for you guys and try to make some long form videos on here ultimately. But look, guys, right now, before we get into it, I got to do a little self promotion, a little bit of self advertising. If you're watching this, use my code TP3 over on Fanbases to get 40% off any package. I have an NBA playoffs package up there for all my picks for the playoffs. That's already 50% off. You can get another 40% off that if you use the code CP3. All you have to do is go to tp3bets.com. You can go to my SoBet as well. I post daily free plays in there, and I also sell VIP picks on SoBet as well. You can just get monthly, 6-month, and yearly on there. I sell them all as well on fan basis. So those two links are on there. Then the next link you'll see in my link tree, it's Underdog Fantasy, guys. If you use code TP3Football on Better Picks or Underdog Fantasy, and you comment on here that you did, I'll get you a free month of VIP, and I'll also give you a parlay, which we're going to get here in a little bit. That's right, we're going to get the Underdog parlay here in a little bit that we're going to use for tomorrow's Underdog. So we'll see if we can't start winning these as well. But let's go ahead and get into it, man. We got a lot of games popping off today in the MLB. So guys, tomorrow in the MLB, we had some teams who obviously got the day off. We're gonna have a lot of games. Let's look at some of these MLB games on here real quick. Then we'll talk about the NBA plan and we'll get off here. So tomorrow in baseball, obviously none of the games have started yet. It's about 4:40 p.m. Eastern time as of right now. The Braves are going to send Schwellenbach to the mound as a road favorite there. That one catches my eye right off the rip here. You look at the Diamondbacks, they had the day off. I think Merrill Kelly's a little bit better than his ERA says here, but the Marlins have been hot at the plate. You'll probably see me on the Marlins tomorrow. We'll be seeing here, though. I mean, Verlander's an underdog to Luzardo. Luzardo's been pitching insane right now. There's a lot of good spots tomorrow in the MLB. They're already putting lines out and things like that. I mean, the Cubs are going to be favored the Padres tomorrow. I know Randy Vasquez is horrible and Ibanaga is him, but Padres at home will probably be taking my money tomorrow. But yeah, guys, it should be a good little slate tomorrow in MLB. I'm going to try to project. You know what I'm going to try to start doing for y'all is going live like later on when some of these MLB games have already ended so we can talk a little bit more about them and get best bets. But I do have a best bet for y'all today in the NBA and in the NBA playoffs. First, though, we're going to break down the NBA play-in. So we have a rematch here, Atlanta versus Orlando. They played basically 3 times last week or twice last week. They played on a Tuesday game. We took the Hawks plus 4.5. They ended up losing that game by 6. I think this line's a little inflated here. The total in this game's at 217. I mean, this is way too low based off on how the Hawks play basketball, man. The Hawks score a ton of points, and they don't play any defense. I think that could hold true here once again with the Hawks playing 0 defense. Sorry, I need a quick drink of water. It's a lot of talking. But at the same time, man, you look at Orlando. Orlando is a bad offense. I think 5 points is a few too many points in this matchup. I'll probably look towards playing Atlanta as an underdog here. I also have some historical trends and data for y'all here. The Hawks have played in the play-in 4 times. They're 3-1 against the number in these games, covering by over 7 points per game. They got blown out last year by Chicago, but the year before they beat Miami in the 8-10 game, and then in the 7-8 game. And then the year before that, they lost the first game. They covered the spread, but they lost, and then they killed Cleveland in the second game. So, they beat Charlotte in the first game, and then they killed Cleveland in the second game. That was when Darius Garland tried to match Trae Young shot for shot, which clearly you can't do, man. Darius Garland is not Trae Young. So they got smacked in that game. Cleveland did, and Atlanta made it in the playoffs. I think Trae Young can go nuclear here in this game, and that brings me to my player props here for y'all. I'm going to go with both lineups here in this game. We're going to rock with Trae Young to go over his points prop. Currently, right now, let me look at the number. Guys, Trae Young steps up in the biggest games. He's Mr. Big Time. 26.5 points is the line for Trae Young tomorrow against the Magic. I think Trae Young will go over that, so we'll gladly take him to go over that number. Paolo Banchero is currently at 29.5. Paolo Banchero versus the Hawks. Let's pull up his numbers here versus the Hawks so I can give y'all these numbers. So guys, Banchero in his career versus the Hawks, he's averaging 25.6 points per game, and he's gone off against Atlanta. This season alone, let's see here. So where's 20? Here we go. This season, in one game, he scored 30. He had 35 and 10 one game against the Hawks. Another game, he had 26, 4 and 4. That game was a kind of a weird game, though. Franz went off in that game as well. But Banchero's had some big nights, 31 and 36 against the Hawks. Like, this season. Banchero has owned Atlanta this year, guys, and I think that'll continue. Or sorry, here's the 3 games this year. He had 31, 36, and 33, and his points at 29.5. Now let's go over here to Underdog, and let's take a peek here. I also have another play that we can throw in here if y'all need a third pick for tomorrow's Memphis game. I do like the Hawks though, plus the points here. So let's come over here now on Underdog. Like I said, use code TP3Football. I'm going to link it into the link tree down at the below in the bio so y'all can get at it that way. So we'll take Trae Young to go over 26.5 on Underdog, and we'll also take Paolo over 29.5. And you know what? We might as well alt Paolo down to 26.5. Have both of them to go over 26.5. That's a 2.19 payout. We'll put $50 to win 112 on that one. So we like Trae Young to go and Paolo Banchero to both go off tomorrow. And look, if you are looking for another pick to throw in there, Ja Morant over threes. Ja Morant's 3-point line is currently going to be sitting at, I believe, 2.5 threes. Let's double check this. Yeah, he's going to be sitting at 2.5 3-pointers made. It's going to be plus 105. But look, guys, Ja Morant's shooting over 10 3-pointers per game in his last 10 games. He's going to be chucking threes in this game against the Warriors. And Memphis has played well in the play-in historically, guys. Memphis is 2-0-1 against the spread, covering by 11.6 points per game. And Golden State's never won a play-in game. They lost to the Lakers, then they lost to the Grizzlies and got bounced out of the play-in. And then the next year, they were in the play-in again, and they lost to Sacramento. Or that was last year. They lost. Was it last year? It was last year or the year before. They lost to Sacramento. It was last year. They lost to Sacramento in the play-in and got bounced out. So Golden State has not fared well, guys, in these play-in games. I think this is going to be a tough spot for him tomorrow. Jimmy Butler banged up his knee a little bit. I definitely like Memphis plus 7.5 here, 7 points, whatever. I know Memphis hasn't fared well against good teams, but they really came to play against Denver and should have covered that game. It was a game where the rope got pulled from them towards the end. So I think this is a good spot for Memphis to come out here and cover the game tomorrow, guys. So I like both the dogs tomorrow and the NBA in-season tournament. Like I said, if y'all want to tail me on that parlay, use code TP3Football. So neither of these have been played yet officially, but I think I'm leaning towards both dogs tomorrow to get it done. That being said, here's your free play, guys. I like the Clippers plus 120 to win the series against the Nuggets. Now, you look at this Nuggets team. They fired their head coach. They've not been playing great basketball. They beat up on some teams who weren't playing real basketball, guys. The Clippers have one of the best defenses in the league. Their offense actually plays better, too, when Kawhi Leonard is in there. You just look at this Nuggets team, man. They just seem like that they're kind of out of juice. Like Jamal Murray's been banged up. How healthy is Jamal Murray really going to be? They have the better coach here. Ty Lue knows how to make changes in series. We saw him make the greatest changes in NBA history to come back and win a series where he was the head coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers when they were down and out. He came back and won the series. These two teams hate each other. These teams are rivals. Zubats matches up decently well against Jokic here. The Clippers are the better team here. The Clippers will win this series. Them being an underdog here is a joke. Give me the Clippers to win the series. I think they win it in 6, to be honest with y'all. So we like the Clippers there. That's my free pick for y'all, plus 120 to win the series. But we'll be back on here, guys, later with more videos, more content for y'all coming out. Hit that like button. Leave a comment for me if you like today's video and y'all want to see me keep doing these. Let's cash.